Sean Diddy Combs, Part 6. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. We've looked at a range of evidence from a variety of sources with regard to the life of Sean Diddy Combs to establish what he is. We've heard all about a temper that appears, altercations that have occurred, allegations of sexual abuse, rape. We've heard about many intimate partners that he has had, the fallings out that he's had in the business world, the grandiosity, the wealth that has been accumulated, the success that he has achieved. All of this needs to be considered with regard to what is he? Is he a narcissist? Or perhaps he's narcissistic, meaning that he has low emotional empathy, but it's there, that he has strong narcissistic traits and limited empathic ones. Might it be that he's a normal, that he has limited emotional empathy, or rather has considerable emotional empathy for a limited group of people, but if you're outside of that group, you don't get it? That he has a range of both empathic and narcissistic traits? Or could he even be empathic, an individual who has deep-seated emotional empathy for a wide range of people, very strong empathic traits and possibly strong narcissistic traits alongside them? Those narcissistic traits ordinarily kept in check by his empathic traits. Well, it's clear from the evidence that has been examined that he shows a sense of entitlement. He orders people around. He expects them to respond when he requires a response. He expects perfection from people. It shows with the way that he has treated people. He engages in the shelving dynamic, picking people up and putting them down, as and when he sees fit. He demonstrates a high level of self-absorption. He lacks accountability. He's told lies. He has no genuine friends. He provides people with no meaningful emotional support. He's ill-mannered. He doesn't address relationships in a meaningful fashion. He's not one to issue apologies. There is substantial grandiosity. He's prone to showmanship, as you'd expect. He thinks he's better than he is. He uses flowery language. There's financial largesse. He's prone to exaggeration. He boasts. He's vain. He believes he's invincible. And he dominates conversation. He shows haughty behaviours. He badmouths colleagues, competitors. He's rude, dismissive, arrogant, holds court, believes he's always right, does not exhibit patience. He demonstrates a range of manipulative behaviours. He engages in flattery, bribery, the telling of lies, future faking, triangulation with object, triangulation with person, physical violence, smearing, promised gain, invalidation, belittlement, withdrawal, denial, guilt, provocation, projection, blame shifting, triangulation with children, use of threat, insult, exhibition of fury, revision of history, shouting, alienation, argumentativeness, physical violence, intimidation, deflection, isolation, cross-examination, bringing up the past and hijacking conversations. He has poor boundary recognition, demonstrated by flirtatious behaviours, being overly tactile, inappropriate communications, not allowing privacy, and an allegation of rape against him. There are also aspects of the narcissistic dynamic which are shown by him. For instance, mirroring, familial discord, treating others as an extension of self, character trait acquisition, black and white thinking, the exhibition of the need to assert control, the exhibition of a response to a perceived threat to that control, the exhibition of envy, objectification, compartmentalization, paranoia, preventative hoovering, one-upmanship, conducting an affair, love bombing, the shelving dynamic, and superficiality. Finally, there's an absence of emotional empathy which is demonstrated by repeated infidelities and his manipulative behaviours. Accordingly, as a consequence of there being clear evidence of a sense of entitlement, clear evidence of a lack of accountability, overwhelming evidence of grandiosity, that there is clear evidence of haughty behaviours, overwhelming evidence of manipulative behaviour, poor boundary recognition, and substantial aspects of the narcissistic dynamic, combined with an absence of emotional empathy, Sean Combs is a narcissist. Thus, the finding is that he is a narcissist, meaning that he is an individual with no emotional empathy, which is pathologically manipulative, and that he pursues the prime aims. What about his cadre? Although he will have the victim mentality of all narcissists, he does not exhibit any particular traits that would fit with the victim cadre, so we exclude it. He appears involved in production and with business and obviously music. Those would be seen as cerebral traits, but insufficient of themselves to place him within the cerebral category, and therefore we discount that. He's moderately good looking. He's evidently body conscious. He always keeps himself within a particular weight management. He comes across as clean and well groomed. He's evidently vain. He has a significant preoccupation with money, with the wealth that he has generated. He has expensive tastes. He enjoys showing off the wealth and privilege that he has achieved through his work. It's evident with the number of intimate partner primary sources that he has that he is hypersexualized. Therefore, this all points, unsurprisingly, to him being a somatic narcissist. What about his school? He has a very high level of success which would fit with a greater narcissist. He has a very large fuel matrix as a consequence of his fame, which also fits with a greater narcissist. He's wealthy, which fits with a greater narcissist. He lives in an impressive property, which fits with a greater narcissist. Beyond that, however, he doesn't show any other traits of the greater narcissist. And notwithstanding the presence of 4 traits, it's not enough, as he doesn't have the key components for being within the greater category, so we exclude that. He exhibits high charm, which would be found within mid-range, and he has a moderate cognitive function, which is also mid-range. Beyond that, we don't see any real traits of a mid-range narcissist. He doesn't engage in pity plays. Probably has used silent treatment, though it's not widely reported on. There's no exhibition of tears or false contrition, and therefore many of the passive-aggressive behaviours that would be seen with the mid-range narcissist are simply not present with him. We know there's been physical violence, lesser. Exhibition of heated fury, lesser. The destruction of property, lesser. Sexual violence, lesser. He has a low threshold on his ignited fury, lesser. He engages in obvious behaviours, lesser. There's been obvious infidelity, lesser. He's deluded, lesser. He's superficial, lesser. It's clear that he fits within the lesser category. The level of fame and success that he's achieved means we automatically discount lower lesser and middle lesser, which leaves us with upper lesser type A and upper lesser type B. Although there is some boasting, and of course there have been instances of him falling out with individuals, he doesn't quite get over the threshold for the belligerent and bombastic behaviours of an upper lesser type B. He certainly has a significant representation from there, but in actual fact his behaviours accord more with the superficiality and the look at me, I'm amazing and successful, I want everyone to be my friend. The flashes of heated fury appear with those that contravene that image, but he's very much portrayed himself as a likeable individual, not through a facade, but simply, I'm successful, you want to hang with me. That he is the affable arsehole, completely superficial, that has no depth, and runs around like a dog with the 6 dicks, demonstrated by his rampant somaticism, and of course the number of intimate partners that he has had, which is way above the usual average. Whilst there is firm representation from upper lesser type B, that ultimately his success and the charisma that he exhibits, alongside the trappings of success that he has had and the rampant superficiality that runs through him, means that the most appropriate fit for him is upper lesser type A somatic. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.